You walk your dog for miles, throw the ball until your arm aches, and the moment you sit down, they are pacing, nudging, or chewing the furniture. You are exhausted, and their body language says they haven't even started their day. Chewing, barking, and getting into things are not personality flaws. Your dog has more drive, energy, and mental capacity than their environment provides. When there is a gap, they fill it themselves. Their nervous system is doing exactly what it was built to do, only without the right outlet. This is a design problem. To solve it, we use a personalized 8-step sequence. For dogs with unmet needs, we focus on purpose before correction and engagement before obedience. The right structure meets the need before the behavior becomes the story. By aligning with their biology, you stop fighting their capacity and start putting it to work. Step 1 is fulfillment. Before adding strict rules, we give the dog clear, low-pressure mental work. A fulfilled dog doesn't seek chaos because they don't need to. You will start with 10 minutes of nose work, letting them search for hidden food or scent articles at their own pace. But before the search begins, let your dog smell your hands. Then rest both palms gently on either side of their neck for 10 seconds. This brief touch activates the vagus nerve. It signals that the work ahead is safe and shared. You will track their progress across 24 specific checkpoints, covering scent work, structured play, and decompression. Check off each skill as your dog demonstrates it consistently. Once those daily needs are met, we move to step 2, autonomy. Underfulfilled dogs struggle to settle because their cup is empty. We have to fill the right cup before we can ask them to rest. For the next 2 weeks, you will meet every fulfillment need before asking for any settling behavior. Start each morning by sitting on the floor with your dog for 2 minutes. No cues, no agenda. Let them decide how close to sit. You are establishing that connection is available without a single demand. A dog who can choose calm has learned something obedience alone cannot teach. Independent decision-making is built from a place of capacity, not by suppressing their natural drive. Step 3 is regulation. Asking an unfulfilled dog to hold a place stay is like asking a hungry dog to leave a food bowl alone. You will use the placemat strictly after a fulfillment session, never before. During a post-fulfillment downstay, sit beside your dog and cup their chin gently in your open palm for 10 seconds. Hold it warm and still without lifting. This communicates safety directly through the trigeminal nerve pathway, teaching the body that this position does not require effort. Step 4 is recovery. The goal is not to prevent your dog from ever getting excited. The goal is to ensure they know the way back. The speed at which they calm down after an activating event is a direct physiological measurement of their fulfillment. You will charge your interrupt signal by pairing it with an exceptional reward in low arousal settings. After they stop and take the reward, follow it with a slow stroke from the base of their skull down the sides of the neck. Over time, the interrupt itself carries a calming signal, helping the nervous system return to baseline. This chart tracks the time it takes for a dog to return to baseline over 4 weeks. You will log how quickly your dog softens when you offer physical contact after an activation. This softening speed is your vagal tone metric. A dog with growing vagal tone melts into the touch faster. When you see that recovery arc shortening week by week, you have proof. A filled cup recovers faster, showing that the dog's underlying drive needs are consistently being met. Step 5 brings us to structure. A consistent daily framework is a container for the nervous system. Predictability lowers the ambient arousal level, meaning there is less energy to manage and fewer escalations during transitions. For every doorway and threshold, you will add a deliberate pause. Wait for stillness before opening the door. Step through at a walk, pause again, and rest one hand on the back of your dog's neck for 10 seconds. This turns a high-tension transition into a reliable moment of regulation. Step 6 is communication. A dog who understands what is being asked can stop searching for the answer. Clarity is an absolute necessity for a highly driven dog. This chart compares a 50% pre-fulfillment response against a 90% post-fulfillment response. To test comprehension, run the exact cue sequence before and after a fulfillment session. Notice how the success rate jumps after their needs are met. When they are working in drive, you need fast hands. Mark the behavior in under 1 second. But before you ask them to work, Take a slow 4-count inhale and an 8-count exhale to regulate your own breathing. A regulated handler produces cleaner timing. If the response rate jumps drastically after they exercise, the dog knows the behavior. The problem was fulfillment, not training. That data prevents you from unfairly correcting a dog who simply needs an outlet. Step 7 is environment. When entering a new space, give your dog 2 minutes of free exploration on a long line. Let them investigate the smells and settle their curiosity before you ask for any structured behavior. Each time you return home from a public outing, stand in the entryway for 30 seconds and run both palms slowly from skull to tail. This physical signal teaches the dog that the outing is complete and full body relief is granted. Finally, step 8 is handler confidence. The dog is always reading you. Your own nervous system is the first training tool in the relationship. You have to lead the frequency. Practice moving consciously between an engaged physical drive state for work and a slow, low-voice calm state for settling. Give your dog a stable nervous system to borrow. You also need a minimum viable routine for your hardest days. Even if a full walk is impossible, ensure you complete a brief sniff session and your 90 seconds of direct somatic contact. That physical touch maintains your dog's conditioning even when you are low on energy. Remember, sustainable practice always beats perfect execution. Because your dog's state will continuously mirror your own, your ability to maintain this routine without burning out is the foundation of the entire process. By checking off all 192 checkpoints across these 8 steps, you build a dog that finally knows how to rest. You stop treating their excess energy as defiance. You align with their biological design, giving their mind and body the deliberate work they crave. Work through the sequence in exact order. Do not skip ahead to obedience. If progress stalls in a stimulating environment, return immediately to the previous step. Download the 22-page progress tracker document right now, set up your first nosework drill, and begin step 1 today. Behavioral freedom happens when we stop demanding obedience from an empty cup and start building capacity from a full one.